dudes, I'm Hilah, and today on Hilah Cooking, I'm going to show you how to do delicious baked buffalo wings. Now, we've done fried wings before, and we've done a boneless buffalo wing, but this baked style is a little bit nicer sometimes because you don't end up with a whole bunch of oil to get rid of at the end, and then obviously they're a little bit lighter because some of the fat cooks out while you're baking them, but you still end up with crispy, spicy wings, and that's what really counts besides being a good person and having love in your heart, right? First thing you want to do is get a drink of your drink before your hands get covered in chicken. You're going to need some alcohol to steel yourself for the gruesomeness that is to come. So sometimes you can find drumettes, which is just like this little part of the chicken. I think I have wine on my face. And it looks like a little tiny chicken leg or chicken drumsticks, which is why it's called a drumette. But my store, when I went, just had these whole ones. So that's kind of cool because now I can show you how to cut it up. So this little wing tip, we're just going to cut that right off. As long as you have a sharp, heavy knife, it shouldn't be a problem. And these make really great chicken stock if you want to hang on to those and boil them later. And then for here, we're just going to cut down through the skin and almost sort of go like parallel to the leg part or the little drumette part. And you can just cut right through that joint. And now you've got this little drumstick looking piece and then this little part, which is called the flat. So we're going to cook both of these in today's recipe. So just set those aside and I'll do another one. And these are actually really huge chicken wings. Kind of surprising. Gargantuan. So now I'm going to boil these. I'm going to drop them into a pot of water over here. And this boiling is going to cook them, but also sort of render some of the fat out from the skin. But let's not miss an opportunity to flavor these as long as we're cooking them. So to the boiling water, I'm going to add some dried red chilies. And this is going to make a little bit of spicy. If you can't find these, you can do just some crushed red pepper, or you could just leave it out if you, God, I can't hang on to these, Butterfingers, if you just don't want to make them too spicy. So a couple of those, and then some whole cloves of garlic, and then a little salt. Look, I'm doing it all one-handed without my chicken hand. A little salt, and I can't really do the pepper one-handed, but that's okay. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, and once it boils, I'll turn it down, and then we'll just simmer them for 15 minutes. Okay, so these are all done. I'm laying them out on my baking sheet on a rack. If you don't have a rack like this, you can just flip them halfway through the cooking process, although the rack helps them get a little bit crisper, I think. And this is just a regular old cookie cooling rack. And then I've got in this little dish just some Frank's Red Hot, which normally I don't tell y'all that you have to buy brand name stuff, but traditional buffalo wing sauce is made with this. So if you can't find it, you could use any kind of like vinegar-based hot sauce that you like. I think Tabasco or something like that would be okay. And a little bit of butter. Not quite as much butter as in a normal wing sauce. Usually I think it's like 1-to-1 ratio, but this is like a 1/4 cup sauce with a tablespoon of butter. And we're just going to brush these a little bit. This is going to help the skin get a little bit crispy and also give them a really beautiful color. We're going to toss them in some more of this later too, so don't worry, I'm not pussing out on you here, just using a little bit of sauce. And I suppose if you wanted to skip the boiling step, you could just bake them in the oven for about an hour instead of 30 minutes that we're going to do, but either way you want to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to put these in a very hot oven for about 30 minutes, and then you'll see what they look like. They're going to be crispy and yummy. Promise! Pinky swears! While our wings are cooking, we could throw together a real quick little blue cheese sauce, which is just going to be about equal parts plain yogurt, and I'm using fat-free, but you can use whatever you got, mayonnaise, and if you wanted to do like a really low-fat version, you could totally just use all yogurt. There's no way in hell this bowl's going to be big enough, but we shall persevere. So get those two mixed up and kind of smooth, and then we'll add a little bit of our blue cheese. And if you don't like this, you can serve them with ranch or just alcohol. Mix that together, and we do need to add a little salt and pepper, in my opinion. And then the piece de resistance, or the best part. I'm gonna put in just a little bit of lemon juice, and to me, this just really brings that blue cheese flavor out and the little bit of acidity with the nice spicy vinegary sauce. I just think it's muy bon appetit. That was too many languages in one sentence. Okay, so that's good. See, that was easy. You don't need to buy blue cheese dressing. Stick this in the fridge while our buffalo wings keep on getting cooked and crispy. Chicken wings are done, dude. I'm gonna put them, look at that, very crispy. And then I've got the rest of my sauce. Just pour that over. And then just get your big bowl and sort of toss this around. Like old Freak Zone taught me. Look at that. That looks yummy as hell, dudes. It smells really good too. It smells vinegary and spicy. All right, I'm gonna eat one. So I got my little sauce, a little bit of that. Ooh, it's hot. Dang. Good grief, those are delicious. Man, I see why people go crazy for these things. I hope you try this. These are awesome. These would be great for like Super Bowl or game day or sports games or things like that. They're easy and you really can just kind of like forget about them in the oven as long as you set a timer and don't get real drunk and pass out. So I hope you try it. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Please remember to subscribe and thanks so much for watching. Have a great week. Happy Super Bowl!